Let's call my coworker Rachel. Over the last few months, I've become good friends with Rachel. She lives with her boyfriend, but we've been flirting with each other since the past few weeks, after we were paired for a scavenger hunt during our office retreat. Up until the office retreat, our only medium of communication was the app that we use for teamwork, Slack. Two groups, one is for the office chat and the other group comprises of 20-somethings from work. More of an after-hours chat group to hang out together for drinks and dinner. Me and Rachel were just friends until our office retreat last month. We started having our own private Slack conversation and then later continued our conversation on iMessage. Both agreed it would be too risky to communicate to one another via office account. I did know about her boyfriend a week after our office retreat, but she was the one who brought it up and didn't mind me flirting with her and vice versa. She equally flirted back. Honestly, being single, it didn't occur to me then that I should have stopped messaging her after she dropped having the boyfriend message. We piqued our casual conversation by exchanging tons of messages every day. She did ask me if I would like to join her for drinks after work at this bar that was 2 blocks down the road, and I asked her if we could choose someplace else because I didn't want to be spotted with her by some coworker. We did go out. This was 2 weeks ago. We later went out on 5 other dates, including 2 dinners, but I swear it was platonic. We termed our dates as an experience to try out new places. Oh, we haven't kissed or held hands or all those gestures. I agree we flirted back and forth, but then we became close friends. I took a week off to visit my family back home, and out of nowhere, I was shocked to learn that she posted a screenshot of her iMessage thread late last evening. I was shocked to see that thread with my dick pic, which I haven't sent her an iMessage in the last 2 days. Last message on my end reads was Merry Christmas emoji, on Christmas Eve, and her replying back with a thanks and a bunch of emojis. I'm quite certain that she photoshopped the remainder of that thread with me thinking about you, me, some other guy's dick pic, and she posted that screenshot along with caption, nice guys. She hasn't even removed my name. I've been trying to reach her for the last 10 hours. This has been all over Facebook. She hasn't replied to any of my calls or any further messages yet after the post. One of my coworkers called me and sent me that screenshot from his Facebook when he saw that post. Honestly, I don't understand why she has cooked up that story. I couldn't see the post because I was apparently blocked before she posted it. Seems like she has even blocked me on iMessage. I've received numerous messages on Facebook and text, couldn't sleep. I've decided to go to the cops in an hour. I've even sent out an email to our company's HR last night explaining that it wasn't me who sent that pic, and attached screenshots on me. Thought that this might escalate to HR sooner or later. I also sent Rachel an email trying to be as polite as I could and asking her why she would post that screenshot, which we both know wasn't something I did. What's stressing me out is the damage it has already done to my reputation by the people who have seen that post. I have asked a trusted coworker friend to send me a screenshot of comments to that post every so often, since I can't view that post. I really appreciate any input you guys might have. This was out of nowhere. What should I do moving forward besides contacting the cops? I worry that my word won't hold up against hers. Can I ask the cops or HR to personally vet her inbox and validate that against her post? Because I know that would prove the truth that I haven't sent that pic. Please help. Now for the top of advices before reading the update. My guess is boyfriend found out about you and she's going nuclear to cover her ass. This is exactly what's going on. I'd be whipping my dick out to all of HR and the cops to prove I didn't do it. Then I'd sue her ass for defamation and get her fired. Someone in legal advice said that contacting HR is a waste of time, but I disagree. Don't just report the situation, file an official complaint against her now. Be proactive AF. If this was legit, she should have filed an HR complaint, not broadcast it on Facebook. Be a step ahead of her on that one. Also, pull your current real-time phone/text records to show that you didn't send her a message at the time that's shown or being implied. You may need to get an official record, but that may help for now. Not sure what your Minnesota Police Department will do about a California resident and a workplace matter? Get a lawyer ASAP. I completely agree. HR is useless, true in the sense their loyalties lie with the company. However, filing an official complaint is documentation and creates paper trail of the events. And now for the update. First update. I was advised to file a complaint in California since I live and work there. I'm going to call a lawyer who happens to be my mom's cousin in California. It's been very stressful to endure being accused of sending a dick pic when you haven't. The embarrassment is driving me crazy, and a load of messages in my inbox. I have this urge to reply to each one of them explaining it wasn't me, but that might backfire. I don't know. Second update. A lot has changed since Friday. Most stressful time of my life yet. I flew back to California Friday afternoon, also hired myself a lawyer. Head of HR called early evening and said she wanted to sort this matter out beyond office hours. Rachel, not her real name, she is the one who accused me, didn't show up at work on Friday. She was supposed to be working through the new year since very few personnel have been manning our work over the holidays. HR scheduled meeting at the executive conference room, which is 4 floors on top of our work area. She did advise me not to communicate with other coworkers till this matter is looked into by HR. I also informed her that I've hired a lawyer for any ramifications that might unfold from this incident. She assured me they will be fair and try to mediate this matter as if I actually did send that pic. I rushed to the office Saturday morning. Thank goodness it was the weekend and holidays. I would have had a panic attack if I had to come into the office on a typical weekday. I was early by at least an hour. The conference room was filled with senior executive, 2 other women who seemed like junior level HR personnel, and head of our HR. Rachel showed up right on time. Sorry for detailing, but I remember all this like it just happened a minute ago. After an awkward start, I showed the HR my iMessage thread. Okay, Rachel was very defensive and she said something like, I was shocked and terrorized when I received that message, and she claimed that she threw her phone in anger and her phone stopped working. She got her phone with a cracked screen. What the F? She also claimed that she didn't reply to my messages and shut out because of that unusable phone. But she didn't hesitate when HR asked her to surrender her broken phone or hand it over to the IT guy. Oh, I also asked if she could show our iMessage thread through iCloud, and she claims she doesn't use iCloud. 2 things. She owns an iPhone, iPad, and a MacBook. It's very unlikely that she doesn't use iCloud for messages. Moreover, if she claims her screen was broken, how the heck was I blocked? I know she had read receipts turned on from our conversation history, but none of my past messages had any message read notifications. Anyhow, our IT guy dropped by, took a backup, and recovered on someone else's iPhone by afternoon. During this time, we took a break and decided to reconvene by afternoon. The IT came with a restored phone, and guess what? Her message inbox was empty. She was also asked to log into her Apple account, and even then, her message inbox was still empty. She started panicking, saying that the phone drop might have broken some chip or something. Our IT guy checked her phone, and we were asked to sign a consent before turning our personal devices into the company, and did something with work profile config or something. All her app data were intact except notes, contacts, messages, and photos. Our IT guy gave his conclusion that it was deliberately deleted. This was a few hours ago. Okay, since all this was recorded, not on camera, but documented by one of the junior HR personnel, our meeting was adjourned and we had to turn over our phones. Rachel was also asked to turn in her MacBook and iPad as the IT guy believed they can recover from her other devices. And our IT called what he said was our in-house iOS expert who devised work profiles for all Apple devices of employees. Whether company issues or BYOD, this was around 4 p.m. By 7 p.m., I received a call from HR where she said that they haven't been able to recover any messages from either of her Apple devices. She also affirmed that IT thinks that those messages might have been deliberately deleted, but they cannot prove that for certain. Something that's required by company bylaws to terminate her immediately. Another thing was, I was told on Friday that I cannot sue any current employees, which means that her hint of terminate her immediately makes me wonder if they are going to actually fire her. I also spoke with my lawyer who is certain that they will let her go, and then we can file a lawsuit of our own. Not sure what the future is going to hold for me, but all I'm looking forward to in the next few days is a legal obligation wherein Rachel is forced to publicly apologize everywhere for accusing me of sending her nudes. I haven't spoken to her or able to determine the true intention for framing me into this. I'll be going to the office late evening on Monday to talk to those IT guys and collect my phone back. I was cleared to collect my phone, not sure about Rachel. I might also ask them if they found anything worth helpful, since at this point in time they are the only people besides Rachel that can see what's on her device. Still, 2 unanswered questions. If she would be fired so that we can file a lawsuit against her, and why the heck did she do it? Sorry I saw so many comment notifications I wasn't able to respond to all of those after flying back to California and the ruckus in between. Would try to respond since it's going to be Sunday soon. It's also interesting to know that IT guys don't have access to iMessages even after having installed Work Profile. We had a 30-minute video explaining what Apple Work Profile is and how it works. Rachel's demeanor was as if she had been the victim of abuse. I'm really thankful to my coworkers, one of whom actually picked me up from the airport and helped me get some dinner, while this other coworker talked me over to not do anything crazy that I might regret. To be honest, I was going to send her a trashy email for having ruined my life, but I was reminded by a friend that it's going to hit me back if this was to be scrutinized any further. Oh, I also intend to reply to Facebook messages once we can initiate the process to sue her. And now for the advices. As to her reason for doing it, I'd bet you're not the only guy she's flirting with and messaging, but you're the one her boyfriend is aware of and concerned about. She's received a dick pic. He's seen it, and rather than say it was from someone else, she's pinned it on you, and he's insisted that she do something about it. Anyway, don't contact her again, especially if you're planning on suing her later. That's just going to make things messy, and she could accuse you of harassing her. It sounds like it's going to work out. Hope it does for you. First, you obviously have some deep personal issues you need to sort out in your life, as evidenced by the fact that you flirted and went on dates with a girl you knew was already in a relationship. It is beyond my level of comprehension why you were surprised that a person who would soft cheat on her boyfriend with you would also turn around and slander your name to everyone you work with. The best predictor of future behavior is always past behavior. Still, 2 unanswered questions. If she would be fired so that we can file a lawsuit against her, and why the heck did she do it? Only the company knows if she'll be fired. As for why she did it, the other commenters have already indicated the reason. Her boyfriend found out about your little fling. She panicked and subsequently tried to dump it on you to save her ass like any coward would. Hopefully this experience serves as a clear warning as to what can happen when you try to screw around with people who are already in a relationship. It's kind of a shame things turned out the way that they did, because you two sounded like you had a lot in common. That's all for today. If you're enjoying this story, please like the video and share your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you.